What's up, guys? JV2017 here, and I'm bringing you a commentary and a new kind of style. I've felt like I've kind of been getting away from the commentary, just a plain old gameplay and then me talking over it. That was kind of like my strong suit, and I haven't even done like a formal commentary in like at least a month. So I want to get back to that, and this is going to be the first episode of the thing I'm going to be calling Commentator Soapbox, and these are going to be really opinionated commentaries, with just gameplay in the background and me talking to you guys about something that, I feel strongly about. And this one is called Far Cry 3, The Definition of Insanity. And I'll get to exactly kind of the punchline of what I've, kind of thought of about Far Cry. Let me just go ahead and tell you guys, I've had a ton of fun with Far Cry 3. This game is just, it's fantastic, I'll tell you that. And it's beautiful, it's huge, there is plenty to do, and I'm showcasing a lot of stuff to do in this gameplay right here. You'll see me go on wanted missions, you'll see me go on a hunting mission, you'll see me go on a supply drop mission. Beyond the main story arc, there's some cool stuff to do. I will say it's a bit lacking in the department of side quests. Like, the side quests are okay, but sometimes they just feel completely irrelevant and out of place and don't feel like they should be in the game. But, these are optional things, and I don't think it's fair for us to completely just complain about things that are optional. That's not really a smart thing to do. I am showing off my flamethrower here. I'm actually going for the flamethrower achievement, which is flamethrow 50 people. I feel like I've flamethrown more than 50 people. But anyways, Far Cry 3. The reason this game is just so fantastic in my eyes is, I don't know, I've always kind of been drawn, I know this sounds terrible, don't take it the wrong way, I've been drawn to a little more violent games. Now, I'm not saying, like, ultra-violent, like Manhunt 2 style, like, going around and finding different ways to hurt people really badly kind of games, like Manhunt 2. If you guys don't know what that is, take a just go Google it. It's terrible. But I'm not talking about those kind of games. Look at that rolling tire. I'm talking about games that aren't afraid to step over social norms or social boundaries per se in all forms of media out there today. Far Cry 3 takes it takes those social norms. Like not being afraid to explore nudity, language, just brutal, I don't know, blood, bad situations, stuff like that, and just completely turns those social norms upside down on their heads. And I really, 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 really love games that are able to do that and pull it off and not seem overly violent. Or I mean, sometimes I will say, to a degree, it gets a little ridiculous. I'll give you an example. Say you jump off a cliff and hurt yourself a little bit, or I guess jumping off a cliff implies you're jumping off a huge cliff. Let's say you just fall down a hill and you take damage. Well, you can hold down the heal button if you don't have any more health packs, and one of the animations is you snapping your thumb back in place. Like, you snapped your thumb out of place and you snap it back in place. It's gruesome sometimes. If you get shot and you're driving in a Jeep or any kind of vehicle and you do the heal button, you click the heal button, it will, Jason Brody, the main character, he'll basically bite into his arm and dig a bullet out of his arm and then spit it out. Like, this is some hardcore stuff. And sometimes it's just way ridiculous, over the top. But again, that's another thing that I just really appreciate about this game. It's not afraid to tell a creative story, and let's see, what's the best way to describe this? Just it's so creative, and I really, really enjoy this game a ton. I'll show off a lot of the visuals to you guys in this commentary as well. The gameplay will show you, or I guess I won't show off visuals in commentary, but you get what I meant. The gameplay has some really, really cool... I won't spoil it. I'll let you guys see it. But anyways, right here, I'm going on a wanted mission, and I had to cut a little bit because I actually failed and didn't kill the guy with a knife. I killed him with a flamethrower because I love this thing and I'm going for that achievement like I explained, but I cut it right here. But anyways, yeah, Far Cry, so many things to do. And talk about an engrossing story. Now, the Far Cry 3 story, I will say it kind of, it doesn't make a ton of sense. Now, I may go into some spoilers here, so if you want to play the game, you don't want to hear anything about it, I don't know. I'll talk about spoilers for the next 2 minutes and then curb it completely. So spoilers start here, and then I'll cut myself off. But basically, for some reason, the main villain, I would say the main villain in the game, the guy that really, really makes this game special, Voss, the guy who's on the cover of the game, you kill him about, I don't know, 60% through the game, maybe 50%. That may be kind of pushing it. Maybe 60% through the game, and then it kind of feels like, and the way that you kill the main guy is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of lackluster. It's not the most fantastic thing you've ever seen. It's just kind of like, okay, well, your mission's to kill this guy, and you kill him, and that's it. And it would have been nice for them to kind of address that in a different kind of way. But then you go on to kill another guy who's, if you play the game, you know who I'm talking about, who's just kind of the main villain, I guess. So it's kind of like you killed the second guy in command, then you killed the first guy in command. And I don't really like the way they handled, you know, killing the two people. But there's some really, really cool psychedelic scenes throughout this game that are really cool. I guess I should say spoiler alert off. No more spoiler alerts. I guess I hope you people didn't skip too far in the video. So yeah, there's some great psychedelic kind of sequences and scenes in this game that also I really, really, really enjoy about this game. You know, I thought drugs were going to be a huge element in this game, and while they are, they have a presence, but they're not like a main focus of the game. You know, there are about maybe 5 really important scenes where you go in kind of a trippy trance kind of thing. I don't want to, you know, go super, I guess I could go super into it because I played a lot of the game. You kind of go into an alternate state of consciousness, it seems like, and a lot of the boss fights, you're kind of like on a dance floor, and you're, you know, fighting, and there's some quick time events, and it's really cool. It is really cool. It's interesting how games have kind of gone away from the traditional boss battle of this guy takes a ton of bullets to kill, you know, and they've kind of games lately have kind of transitioned into more of a quick time kind of boss battle where it's very cinematic and it's kind of like a movie experience almost, but you're clicking buttons at the same time, and it's all kind of pre-rendered, I guess you could say. Well, actually that's not true. It's not pre-rendered, but anyways, it's cool. I really like, I know I'm kind of going back and forth with what I'm saying here. Okay, so this supply drop mission, I guess I'll kind of explain supply drops. Supply drops are really, really fun kind of racing type missions. I actually failed this 3 times because I couldn't get over that hill. I finally decided to go to the left because you can't go over the front face of that hill. Anyways, so yes, supply drop missions are, yeah, they're like ATV missions. This is the first car supply drop mission that I've ever done. They're really short. They net you a lot of XP. And if you like racing games, it kind of appeals to you. That's another thing that this game does well. There's a lot of appeal with a lot of different things that you can do. You can go on that story mission and just complete that story mission and focus on that story mission, or you can go off the beaten path and explore. I mean, the map in this game is huge, and you can kind of get a taste. I didn't get a gameplay or recording of me just kind of showing the entirety of the map, but the map is huge. There are 2 islands, and you start off on the main island, and you go to another one, but you can go back and forth whenever you want once you access that second island, of course. But literally, the island is huge. It is huge, huge, huge. There are plenty of collectibles to collect. There are relics. There are memory cards that have... For some reason, the memory cards in this game have recipes for drugs. I don't know why. There's like a recipe for cocaine. Not an actual recipe, but it just says, on this memory card contains a recipe for cocaine. And Jason Brody's like, yay. No, he's not. But Anyways, it's really, really cool. What else was I going to say? I don't know, but this catches my eye right here. I'm showing off. Okay, wingsuit. You get this thing when you get on the second island. This thing is so cool. You jump off of anything, click the left stick, and you wingsuit. It's awesome. It can get you killed if you're bad at it. It takes a little bit of there's a little bit of a learning curve with using the wingsuit, but it's still a really cool thing that I really, really enjoyed about this game. So we're doing a Path of the Hunter mission, which are these little hunting things. There are so many animals. There's so much wildlife on Rook Island, which is where this game takes place, which is just some random island, but random tropical island. But as you can see, this isn't one of the more difficult hunting missions, I would say. It's definitely not, obviously, because you have a silenced sniper rifle and you're hunting leopards. Killing rabid dogs with a shotgun is a little bit more difficult. Also, there's a bunch of skinning. Obviously, there's a bunch of hunting, so they had to add some kind of skin mechanic. Also, I wanted to talk about Skyrim with guns. That's what Adam Kovic described this game as in an interview, and then all of a sudden it just exploded as one of the big, you know, quotable quotes about Far Cry 3. And it even got onto one of the Far Cry 3 trailers on YouTube. I remember that. But yes, Skyrim with guns, I wouldn't say so. I'd kind of align my views on that with Adam Kovic. He kind of made a follow-up video to explain himself. It is like Skyrim with guns in the sense that there are a lot of guns that you collect, I guess you could say. There are a ton of weapons in Skyrim you collect. There's a lot of collectible stuff you can go around and pick up, like plants. There are animals you can hunt and skin. Can you skin in Skyrim? I'm sure you can. Or maybe you just loot a bear pelt. Maybe you don't actually skin. I think that's right. You don't actually physically skin. There's a looting system. It's not as extensive in this game. There's tons of places to explore, tons of things to do. Yeah, those are the only criteria that make this game like Skyrim. And I don't know. It's up to you guys really to decide if that's enough to make it just like Skyrim with guns. But this right here, I can't tell you. This is like, it's just a relaxing part of the game. Hang gliders. So cool. There are plenty of cliffs across the entire game where you can just get on a hang glider and fly around and just sightsee. And I don't know how they pulled it off. Just a massive, massive island world. I don't know how big it is, like, actually in terms of kilometers, but this is a believable island, in my opinion. This is a very believable island in terms of video games. And it's just freaking awesome. And side note, I was on this hang glider and I was debating whether or not I should land over there and then just hop in a car and go to the waypoint that I placed for the wanted mission, but I decided to go around the island and I actually make it, which is pretty cool, by going through these different little crevices and valleys that I found, like right here. But yes, you can just go around, fly around, and it's so impressive to me that they were able to I mean, you have the ability to fly from one point, like the far northern point of the map to the far southern point of the map without any loading screen. It's just incredible. That's another thing I was going to talk about. Sometimes the frame rate can drop in this game, and it can be kind of annoying, like what is going on right now. But I'm gonna excuse that. I'm not gonna complain about that. That's not a big complaining point for me, because this game is just so massive, and the fact that you can, like I said, go from one point of the map to the opposite end of the map from, okay, you know what I'm talking about, from the highest point of the map to the bottom point of the map, and not have any loading screens, anything like that, is just so impressive and so awesome. And it really immerses you in the experience. You know, you avoid those loading screens and stuff like that. Yeah, a lot of doors that you open, you don't have loading screens. That's something that Skyrim has that this game doesn't. Another thing that's really cool, that was cool that I was able to capture it, is the animal wildlife is not dumb. The animals are not dumb animals that are just sitting around doing nothing. These animals are alive. The rabid dogs will attack, you know, defenseless, I don't know what that was, buffalo, I think that was. You know, it's a lively world. It's believable. You know, there are active cars driving around. It's really cool. Something I played Far Cry 2, and something that really I noticed immediately in this game is that you're not safe in most cases. When you're just driving around on the road, you may be attacked by Voss's men, which is the main bad guy. Like I think he's the main bad guy. He takes a back seat to Hoyt, which is like the main bad guy. But Voss really is the star of this game, in my opinion. Not even Jason Brody. Voss is just incredibly overpowering in terms of the story and whatnot. But yes, I thought of something else. Oh yeah, I was talking about, I played Far Cry 2, and it was just so apparent to me when I opened this game and played, stuck the disc in and whatnot. The first thing that I noticed is Far Cry 3 retains that sense of you're not safe anywhere. There are some places that you are safe, and it kind of contradicts what I just said, but you're not safe on the main road. The person in front of me that's driving in front of me, that person is actually a Rakyat, which means he's friendly to me because I'm Rakyat. Long story. Play the game if you want to know. But yes. What was I saying? Yeah, you're not safe anywhere. You could just be driving around, and then all of a sudden there will be a bandit that will come by and start shooting at you. Few games are like that, and I really enjoy that kind of aspect of it as well. So anyways, to the final point that I'm trying to make with this video here, the definition of insanity is not playing this game. I'm telling you guys, if you haven't played this game, give this game a chance. It is a fantastic game, and it's the apocalypse today, by the way. First off that. Second off, it's about to be holiday break for a lot of people, and if you have not given this game a chance, if you still have one or two more things you can ask for Christmas, this game is awesome. At least give it a rental. It is the definition of insanity to let this game pass by and just not play it. It is a really good game, and I think a lot of people out there will really enjoy this game. It's a very adult game, very adult themed. There's nudity, there's constant cussing. The whole situation is adult, I guess you could say. But yeah, there's a lot of sex involved, blah blah blah. But I think it just enriches the overall experience, and the people that made this game wrote a story, and they wrote this stuff in for a reason, and it works. It's fantastic. I cannot brag any more about this game. I don't know. This game goes in my top 5 games of the year, in my opinion. It's just, I haven't had a more fun experience in the last, I don't know, 2 months than Far Cry 3. So, anyways, guys, I hope I kind of made a case for this game. I really love this game. This game's getting great reviews. I don't know why I'd need to make a case, but I just want to kind of make this cool video. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please remember to leave a little like for me. Really appreciate it. And look how pretty this is. I'm just gonna wingsuit into the sunset and deploy my parachute. It's just such a pretty game, and if you have a really powerful PC, it's probably even prettier. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video once again, and I will talk to you later. Peace.